Hello, everybody. It's Kate Richberg, and it is Friday, May 29th. Welcome to Free Tip Friday. Apologies for my severe lateness today. I restarted all of my equipment, and it seems to have fixed the issues that I've been having the last few days. So, apologies for that, but we are all set. It looks like everyone's here. Gosh, so many people have a lot of weather incidents going on. As you can see here outside my window, things are pretty sunny and beautiful here in Fresno. So I hope that the weather evens out for everyone. And you all have a lovely, here in the U.S., Memorial Day weekend. Janice is here saying hey to everyone. Everyone else is here. Lenny, you did notice, you folks noticed the new clock. My mom, after the show yesterday when I made these bracelets, my mom texted me and said, I'm coming over. So she had two reasons for coming over yesterday. Number one, she brought me this new clock from, she'd had it in storage. So I was very excited about that. Putting on a little bit of lipstick here. So she gave me the clock, A, and B, she wanted the bracelet blank that I was working on. So I gave my mom, it was the last bracelet blank I had because you folks bought me out. So my mom got a bracelet blank, and she's going to make one like kind of in a patriotic red, white, and blue theme. Anyway, so she had two reasons for coming. I don't see her on here yet. She might jump on. She might be a little bit busy this morning. Thank you, Monica, for the love on the earrings. I'm going to show you. This is the Third Thursday earring kit for June. I'm giving you a little bit of a preview. It's going to go up actually while I'm gone. So you'll see that there. I'll put them down here. And we're going to talk all earrings today. We're going to have a fun time. Earrings with GemDuos. I've learned a lot about GemDuos in the past few days that I've been working with them. So we're going to have some fun. We're going to work with those symbols and everything. So just to let you know, this is my last live broadcast until I get back from my trip. Stay tuned to all the socials. You folks know the deal. Let me add my camera here and I'll put the banners up so you can see all of those. Of course, Facebook, Pinterest, Insta. Hit that like and subscribe button on YouTube. And if you're watching this on Facebook, share it out to friends who might love our beady goodness. We would love for you to share. Friends, we are so close to breaking 90,000 viewers on Facebook. My friends, I want to get there. I want to get to 90, and then I want to get to 100,000. That's my goal for this year. So if you've ever wanted to give me anything, show your love for Bead Shop. Hit that like and subscribe button, because the cool thing, my friends, is that you can get the in your feed, you can get the notification that I'm coming live right in your feed. So you can bookmark that, you can set a reminder, all that good stuff. So that's the story there. Okay. Let me go ahead and, oh, Anita, welcome. Your daughter lives in Clovis, just a stone's throw away from me. That's awesome. It's great to have everybody here. Looks like my mom is not quite here yet, but I'm sure she will be. Yeah, the clock. I love a mid-century modern vibe. That is for sure. We've got a lot of that going on in our house. And of course, that's the vibe I grew up with, was definitely mid-century modern. So I am definitely an MCM kind of a girl. We have a lot of mid-century modern houses here in Fresno for sure. It's like a MCM treasure trove. Really great architecture, including my parents' house and including a lot of the houses that are here in my neighborhood. But you'll see that when you folks come to Fresno for my Fresno retreat. More on that later this year. Okay, let me show you these and then I'm going to put these back in my ears. Okay, this is going to be the Third Thursday earring kit. It's really fun. You actually do a little bit of gluing with these rhinestones in here. There's another colorway that I'll just flash in front of the camera. These beads there. Yeah, so really super fun. You'll see those. Stay tuned to the newsletter. We had, Cindy, a kidney-shaped coffee table. Ours was wood growing up. I wish I would have kept it, but I did actually give it to a friend who still has it. So so that our mid-century modern furniture definitely lives on for sure. Let's take a look at these earrings, though, and let's get down to business. Okay, we're going to talk about some of the earring components, and let's make them. Oh, Dawn, thank you. You are the sweetest. I am not going to worry, but I do appreciate it so much. Your kind words. Thank you. Love it. So here's the earrings that I made. Here's the bracelet that I'm wearing. I've added it to my stack. Here, I really love them. I finished it up. Here you can see all of the stitching and everything. There's the little drop. I used one of those little drops. Same thing, the drop I used on the bottom of this earring. Okay, so let's take a look at actually the earring tops first. Okay, we have them in all three flavors, as I like to say, the different colors. Oh, I love it. Mid-century modern kidney-shaped clock. I love it. You know, we have a mid-century modern clock in our living room. Our house is definitely MCM. We still have, did any of you have growing up an intercom in your house? Our house was kind of one of the show houses for the neighborhood when they were building. So they put all the bells and whistles in this house. So we have an intercom system. The radio still plays. So when you turn on the radio and you turn it to like, you know, a station that has 60s and 70s music, it feels like the summer of 78 to me. So I just go right back in time. It's also still, it still has made with one of those little label makers, you know, those 70s, 60s label makers. It still has everybody's names as to which room is which button. I kept them because, you know, I did. It's part of this house's history. So my sewing room, I think, was Joni's bedroom or something like that. I'm not kidding. It's very funny. It's very fun. So we embrace our mid-century modern vibes for sure. So these earring tops, when you get them with an earring back. We bundle them together with an earring back for you. Okay, so you'll get them with the backs. We bundle them with the earring backs that have kind of this nice plastic backing on them. So if your earrings are heavy, if you make them a little heavy, they won't fall forward on your ear. Okay, and I'll put one of these in my ear so you can see how it looks. But they're really, really nice findings. Let's go ahead. I'm going to glue something in for you now so we can see how those look. I'm going to go with a different colorway. I think, let me choose the beads real quick. Maybe I'll do something that has a little bit of bling to it, right? Like those with the silver, with the bright gold. let me see which ones didn't I use. Oh, copper. Here we go. I want to use these. These are copper splash right here. I might have to open up a box to get something, but just bear with me here. Copper splash. And what other color do I want? Or maybe I'll do them with the blue. That's pretty, right? I love how you folks are talking about Eames as well. I love Eames. I love that we can talk about things, all the things that we love here. Look at these, right? Yeah, love it. We also carry the clutches. Janice is talking about stocking stuffers already. So if you do a stocking stuffer for for the Memorial Day holiday, right? I'm going to use these. This Bondelli, the matte cappuccino. Look at that colorway. That's not bad, right? Bear with me here just a second. I'm going to grab this box. It's stuff that Claire sent back, and I think I have more findings in here. So just bear with me. If I don't, I might change this up back to silver. But I'm getting there. Good question, Carolyn. Do any of the Cymbals findings come in copper? They don't, actually, which is kind of a bummer. I think there's rose gold, to be honest, with you. And we haven't added, and I don't know if there's rose gold in everything. We haven't really added the rose gold because it's pretty similar looking, I think, sort of to the, yeah, here we go. This is just what I was looking for. Excellent. They're kind of similar in looks to the bright gold, but maybe we'll take another look at that. Okay, it's pretty shiny though, so that's why we skipped it, but we'll look at it again. I actually haven't held any of them in my hands. So for the other earrings, let me show you. I also used these guys at the bottom. This is the Triades. It's like if you turn it around, let's turn this earring upside down. You could put the earring like this. Let me just take it apart. Why not? I've got the power. I've got the power to do anything. Let's see. Here we go. Let me do this. Let me open this up. I'm going to turn them around because I like this Triades a lot. I'm using I need to get it a little closer to my focal range. Bear with me while I just pull it out of camera here. There we go. I can feel like a creative wave coming over me. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I really get inspired by these symbols. So let me take this off. I'm using my parallel pliers because my flat chain nose are across the room. I'm still not completely organized from all of this big move and stuff that I've done. So see, here's the earring connection, or the earring piece that I did. Let me focus this. Bear with me. There we go. Let's take a look. Janice is asking, could you use one of the metal dies? I'm going to say no, JP. Some of that metal dye, that, like, you know, the metal paints and stuff. I don't know. I won't say no, but I haven't really played around with that. So that is to be determined. How does that sound? So see how this earring is going like this? We could do this with that shape going to the bottom. That triades or whatever, however you pronounce it. I'm sorry, I'm hacking the pronunciation of it. But that makes a great top. It also makes a great top as a pendant, right? Yeah, patina paints might work. A lot of these, though, are worn like on, like really close to the skin, like in a bracelet. So they would definitely have to be sealed. But it's a good thing to play around with. Cynthia's going to be here. You know, she's coming. She and Azalea are coming in August for the retreat, and she's staying with me for a week. So we're having kind of this fun, what I like to call creative explosion. So we're going to have a lot of broadcasts the week that Cynthia is here. We're going to kind of do like a week of takeovers and stuff, broadcasts and fun things. So we're going to be experimenting with a lot of crazy stuff, right? Swilligant may do it. You know, I'll have to play around with it. But if any of you do, please let me know how your experiments go. These also look great as components like this. You could also turn them this way, right? And use them. I put this on backwards because this is the top of this piece, but I'll move it. This would also look great in a wrap bracelet, right? It would be really fun. You could do a short section that's connected. Let me take this off because I'm going to have to turn it around anyway. You could connect these together. So you don't have to have a big commitment in time or materials for these, right? They go super quickly. I made this sample in definitely way under an hour. So see how those could connect together like that, right? This would look cool in a purple, in a thistle. We've got some colors coming next week. I'll dump these out. You'll see these on Tuesday, though these new ones that I'm dumping out are not here yet. So, but I'll give you a little sneak peek. You'll see them. We've got some really cool colors. We've got this great Metal Lust purple. This is a check shield, so the color is really, really bonded to the bead. We've got this one. This is the blue grape. This, I love, 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 love this one. Maybe I'll use this one in what I'm doing. Now, I'm only going to use ones that we have. I'll go back to these. This is Halo Champagne. This is, I think the Navy Opaque we actually have out now. To be honest, I think that's out. This one, the Cerulean Blue Halo. Look at that yellow. This one I really love a lot too. This one is the Carambola Tutti Frutti. We did a whole bunch of the Tutti Fruttis. That's what these are here. Look at this one. This is the Turquoise Blue Opaque. Classic. So you'll see this colorway. Look at that pink. Look, it's so pretty. Tropical Flamingo Pink. These are all coming. They drop next Tuesday. Okay, so Tuesday coming up, and that date is the 4th, right? Is that correct? I think that's the 4th. All right, so I've given you a little bit of a flash there, and we've talked a little bit. Sorry, I got so excited I hit my camera. Let's center that up. But let's take a look at some of the other components. For this earring, I'm going to use these guys. They're the plain Legata. That's the sub bead. May 28th. Thanks, Drea. They're dropping on May 28th. Thank you. So these are metal, same size as the GemDuos, just metal. So I think I'm going to use those instead of this shiny gold, maybe. And maybe I will use, will you be too upset at me Well, I don't know. I should only use, I am a week ahead. I don't even know where I am, to be honest. Maybe I'll throw in, these blue. That's pretty. That tones it really nicely. This is the Nebula. And then the metals, maybe I'll use, instead of these plain, I'll keep these and I'll use the metals that are, that have the texture on them. Let me get them. They're in this giant pile of stuff here somewhere. Did it drop on the floor? No. Nope. Here they are. Okay. So let me go ahead and do the gluing in these first. Okay. So let me glue them in. Yeah, sorry, I was a week ahead. Oops. What are you going to do? Okay. Gluing. The glue I'm going to use is the Zap. And I think I'm going to put this nice blue, this darker blue inside, right? Let me move those to the side. I'm going to get my Zap. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add a drop. Adamus. Thank you, JP. Let me, hopefully we can see this. I'm going to put a drop of glue right in the middle. Put that to the side for a second. Drop that in, that GemDuo. Make sure it's facing up. And it just grabs right in there. Look at how pretty that finding is. I mean, you could drop anything off of there. So there's that. Let me drop this one. There we go. Put the lid back on. And oh my gosh, so many of you watching today. Thank you so much, friends. And I really appreciate you hitting those likes, subscribes, share buttons. The more that you help us elevate our signal, the more beaders will find us. Though we have been in business since 1982, my friends. But we have been on, and we've been online since 1996. Isn't that funny? Gosh, the beginning, the baby beginning of the internet. But there are still people that have not heard of beadshop.com, so we really appreciate it. Look at how those look like gemstones or something, or I don't know. Oh, there's my mama. My mom was taking a nap. Mom, we already talked about the clock. Everyone loved the clock. Everyone loved it. So awesome. So these are ready. So I'm going to put those to the side. And let's take a look at the toppers that we can use. So I used these guys here, those big ones. I think maybe I'll use the smaller ones this time. This one is called the Vani 3. Okay. We're going to dump those out. I'm so excited. I just finished, and I'll take some photos of how I promised you some photos on how I'm packing everything for the France trip. I've got almost everything done for all the bead kits and everything I'm taking. So that's almost all packed. I'll take some snaps and I'll share them on the bead table, and I'll share them on my social. So you can see them. But it's fun prepping for a trip like this. We're going to do it again, I think, next year. So we will lock in some dates, and I hope my friends, that you will be able to join me next year. I know it's kind of like a dream come true trip for me, for sure. So here's the 3. Let me put these in. So see how this closure, it's a little smaller than this one. Look at that. See, that has, but I'm going to distribute the metal down into this piece. So let me put this one in. I'm actually now going to take that one out, and let's put in one of these. Okay. And laying these out, you can see it's not too difficult. I'm going to stitch these up real quick for you, but let's do the layout first. Here's the adamas, and it has that nice texture. Look at how pretty that is. I'm definitely taking these to Europe with me. I know already. Let's put this one down. And let's finish it off with I'm thinking, I love these 24 karat. I love how they look, but I'm also really in love with that textured bead. Can you see how it makes these a little bit longer right there? That this one makes it a little bit longer. This one's a little shorter. So let me get that V-shaped closure. Let's take a look. Aren't they pretty? I really like them. Here's that V. Let me see. Let me just lay out. Let's just work on this for a second. Because it is a little shorter. Let's work on a shape. Look at that. That's a nice shape, isn't it? Look at how pretty that looks. I really like it. I'm wondering if... No, I like that color, that lighter color in there. Yeah, it would be really pretty to add another bead as a pendant. Let me drop one of those little drops at the bottom. I'm also kind of in love with those little drops. And those are called, where are they at? Oh, I have them right in front of me. They're right here. This is the Comia. But I also have this little triangular one. So let's look at the Comia. Let's lay this out. Right? So there's the dangle right there, right? Super pretty. It does have kind of a great cluster feeling to it, right? These guys, though, these are called the Emborios. And I'm going to lay out, you know how I always say when you're designing earrings, leave the one here and let's lay out a second, okay, and see what it looks like. So here's this. I'm going to start, I like that anchor row being dark. This is the blue Picasso. You can never go wrong with Picasso. Here and here and here. Okay. Now, let me add this blue. I'm going to add this textured. I love how they make this substitution beads in metal. It really speaks to the metalsmith in me. And speaking of which, thank you so much, friends, for the love that you showed that pendant that I wore yesterday. that one that I did the riveting on. I've been thinking about that kind of nonstop since yesterday's broadcast. So I'm arranging in my head some of that riveting and metalsmithing kind of stuff for you. So I promise that later on this summer, we're going to get to it. Okay. Take a look. This little guy just sits. So if you wanted a nice short little earring with no dangle, look at how nice that looks. Right? Isn't that cool? I really, really like it. You could also add it. Let's put this together. Let me see if I could add it. It doesn't really fit on the side there, but you know what might fit? Remember that one I was going to use in the bracelet? This is the canapa. Isn't this fun? I don't know. I hope you guys are having fun. It's like a little puzzle. I really, really like them. Oh, good. Oh, good. Cindy, I'm glad. Making our own rivets and doing riveting, it's a really great, what do I want to say, kind of foray or kind of a gateway into metalsmithing. So you don't have to use a torch, right? You just kind of jump in and play with the metal. Yep, this is exactly what this wants. Look at those. Look, right there. Yes. Yes, my friends. So we're going to call this earring my Europe earring, and I'm going to put it together. I love this little dangle, this little business at the bottom, but you don't have to do it. You could just keep it just like that. We could even put, instead of a color at the bottom, we could line up one more metal like that, which I like, but I think I'm going to go with my gut. I like a little bit of movement, so I'm going to do that, and I'm going to put that one on the bottom. Okay? It's the Fresno de France. We'll call this one Fresno de France. Exactly. Margaret. I'm going to eat so much cheese in France, Margaret, as a tribute to you. See, and then this will go right up there at the top. Okay, so let's string it, shall we? What shall I use? You know what's sitting right in front of me here is 6-pound fire line. So that's what I'm going to use. I'm just going to reel some off. I am going to give it a cut with the Xuron cutters are what I use with this fire line. It's the best thing to use. And I'm glad you like that chain. I think we've sold out of the chain as well, but I promise you I'll get it back in. I'm going to deal with all of that after I get back from Europe. Okay, but we'll get some more of those clasps in. I know you love the circle clasps, all of that. So put yourself on the notification list. We'll keep the product listing up so that when I order, I know how many to order. So if you want any of those, put yourself on the notification and I'll have an idea. Here's that sad bent needle that I had from Wednesday. Feels like I only have one needle, but I'm going to keep using it. Let's needle the thread. Size 12 needle here. Margaret, come with me next time. Okay? Come with me next time. We'll do France together. Right? Yeah, the circle clasps are so good. I kept one for me. I have no more. I took them out of my stash and gave them to you. Well, sold them to you. I'd give them to you if I could. But I'll tell you, they are fun and they're really well made with the brass. It's what I use in my personal jewelry designs. So I'm stoked for you to grab those. So see, I'm just going to, you know what I didn't do? I need to start with a bead on the outside. I knew it looked funny. Now we'll go in here. We'll stitch this right there. And then this one. Oh, Terry. So, yeah, needle that thread. Dree is making them live again. We usually do take them down when they're sold out. Thanks, Dree. That's why I said it out loud. I knew you'd pick up what I'm putting down. So if you'd make some of those live again, that would be great. We can go ahead and gauge interest. And then when I'm back, we'll go ahead and order and get those in for you. It's fun. Bead Shop Studio stuff is fun. And I'm really glad that you folks are having fun with it. It's like, you know what? We can put anything up there, anything we like. That's where like the baskets and stuff that I got in Tucson. Some of you, I know our friend Tina V, she has packed her basket and brought it. She's already in France. So her basket is already with her. So I'll get to see that basket again, her travel basket. I love it. I love it. Those baskets are so great to travel with. Here's this. There we go. And this. So see how I've gone through. And let's follow the thread path here. Oh, thanks, Dree. That's great. Drea won't clean up the sold out stuff until the next week. So they'll hang out and then you folks can add yourself to the notification lists, okay? Janice, thanks for linking those tweezers. These are the tweezers that I love, love, love. We call them pearl knotting tweezers. We also call them unknotting tweezers, right? If you folks want to take a screenshot, let me pause here for a second because I'm going to eventually take this one apart. Okay. So now's the time to screenshot if you want to do it. Okay. I think I'll screenshot too. Hopefully it won't take my picture off. Yep. Great. Okay. So let me keep stitching. Now, what I'm going to do here, my friends, is I'm going to stitch back through that top row, okay, to reinforce everything. So this is nice and reinforced, okay? Remember, I've got the tail here that I'm going to weave in later, but I'm going to come in. Let's go through with my bent up size 12 beading needle. Then I'm going to check on the other side. Yeah, pick it up, make sure it's all done. And then bring it around. Okay. Now I'm going to go back through this row. Catch them all. Okay, like so. All right. So now we're going to go down. I've got to kind of remember what the design was. So this one, someone rewind the tape and tell me what it looks like. So let me just put these in. This is going to go here, right? This one's going to go here. Then this one. I want to make sure that I'm putting these side beads in where they belong. So this goes here, right? That goes there, right? That goes there on the bottom. So where did these go? Those go there, I think, right? That's correct. Okay. The bright gold beads are exactly the same size. They just slope down a little bit. Let me show you, Linda. See how they look from the side view? Can you see that? So they might look a little smaller, but see on the back, you can see they're the same size. It just has a little bit more going on in the front there. Okay. My mom was saying she used the tip of just making a pinhole in the Zap glue that Emily shared with us the other day, and it worked perfectly. This is very Venus-like, JP. If I get to the Louvre, which I may or may not, we'll see if we do in our one perfect day in Paris, I'll have to wear them next to the Venus de Milo, because I think that's where she is. We'll see if we get to the Louvre. We may not. We may just go. I think we're going to go to the Marais. I don't know. We'll decide. Are any of you going to be in Paris that Sunday? Let me know. There we go. That goes through. We'll return. We'll return. And this goes through. And that goes through. Check the back, make sure. Okay. Now I'm going to stitch going the other way. This is where I have to add, let me see if I can get this right. This one, and these beads definitely have a top and a bottom. Okay, if we look at the hole is towards the bottom. Okay, yes, the Venus of Willendorf. Hey, I love the Venus of Willendorf. I think she is definitely cool. And a much more true representation of a Venus body, right? There we go. Okay, so see what I did? I stitched. Oh, I might have gone too high. I think this actually goes down here. So I lied. I lied to you. See, this, though, I could put it up here and see how it makes that kind of halfway. Maybe I'll just leave it. Let me leave it there. Okay. Let me, because there needs to be a bead right there in order for it to work. So let me take that out. What color was I going to put in next? This blue, I think, right? Yeah, I'd like to go to Giverny. I'd love to see where Monet painted. I've never been there. I've been to Versailles. I've been to Musée d'Orsay. I've been to, but Chris has never been. So, so we'll see. We'll see where we end up. First museum on my list for London, however, is the Victoria and Albert. I'm going to put this one on the side here. Is this right? Is this going the right way? Or maybe it goes, it needs to sit. Let me put this down and assess so I don't screw it up. Okay, no, I need a blue one there. Whoops, sorry. Let me. Oh, and Marianne, thanks for the question. It looks like Janice just answered. We were out today. She'll put that order in today. Put yourself on the notification. Oh, Marianne, Janice said we do have stock, so there it is. Love it. Okay, great. Thank you, JP, for all of this very helpful linking that you're doing. Couldn't do it without you. One of these. Okay, now see, we're going to turn the corner and it's going to be a little funny. So just bear with me a little bit. This is going to take a little bit of that negative space shape out of here. So let's mock it up before I go any further. Okay, because I'm just experimenting with all of this. because remember I have this one a little bit lower. But if this goes here, that's why the first earring always takes so flippin' long, right? Because you're making it up. Then, once you get the pattern down, the second one is easy, easy peasy. Oh, and this was actually a metal, wasn't it? It was this. But let me put this down here. You know, I think the other shape was sexier, wasn't it? Okay. Yeah. So take all this out. Let me see if I can recreate that one. I liked the way that the beads dipped in and then went back out, right? I agree. I think it's better. So let's do that. Let's get this one out. How am I doing on time? I'm doing okay. Yeah, I like the other shape too, KK. It's better. But sometimes you just have to try it out, right? So here we go. We're back to this. We come in, we put in this one, right? Let me try and recreate it. Then we did this, and then we did this, right? That's what we did. Okay, let me get that far. So this thread goes down through those caramel colored ones, through that one, and through those caramel colored ones. Okay. That's that thread path. Now we add our side bead. Yep. We add our blue Picasso. We go through this one. Let me check it before I put on any more beads to make sure that this is right sides up, and it is. Okay. Now we put on this one, and we put on this one. But in order for it to sit right here, we kind of have to take a step back instead of forward. So let me do that. Let me put this on, slide it in. Now watch the thread path. Okay. See how this sits just like that, right? So my thread has to come back up through the caramel, or the cappuccino is what it is, through the gold one and back through. Okay. Now we have to stitch down. Just stitch until your needle is in the correct position. Okay. And that is from there. Now I go into here. I go into this blue one. And here. Now we're on the home stretch. Now all I do is I'm going to stitch this little bottom one on. Here and here and here. There we go. Let me take a bracing drink of coffee. And we'll stitch this closed. So I'm going to, let me hold this up in my hand. You're going to see a slight bit of thread here. Okay. We can cover it with a seed bead, but let me get these little I wonder, no, that won't really. No, nope. What I can do is this. Can you see where that thread is? Like that? Can you see it there? I want to see if I can hide it. So let me go back. Let me pull this back. I know I did it needle first. Let me see if I can go back through the top hole again and see what it looks like. Yeah, there we go. See how I stitched through this top hole? You're still going to see the thread, but the thread is going to be held a little closer to the bead. There we go. See, nice and tight. Now let's go down. I'm going to go back through, and then I'll go down to that hole. So it's just going to run along the side. This, this, and this. Go in there. And now back through that hole, not that outer hole, but that inner hole. Let's tighten it all up and see if it sits. Yeah, it sits just fine. And we don't have, see, we still have a little bit of thread there, but it's not super noticeable. Since this has the dangle, I don't know, see how that pulls there though? Can you see it? Yeah, I think that rigmarole, it's a little too much rigmarole. If I had done this before and designed the earring before, I wouldn't have had this, we wouldn't have had to play around. But I like for you to see the mistakes as well as the successes, right? Because it'll help you work it out so you don't have these same issues. Let me get this one down. There we go. When I pull, see, we want this to be tight. We want this to be one unit. So we're going to do that. And that little bit of a thread bridge, I'm just going to resolve myself to seeing it. This will all sit a lot nicer too if it has that original thread path. So let's needle the thread. Go through that tapered or that little end, back through the side. And tighten. There we go. Now I'm going to just come back and reinforce the bottom. Just for fun. Okay, just so it's reinforced. Now I'm going to come in and I'm going to weave this end up and out. And I'm going to go up the center of the bead. Yeah, I like this shape better. Look at how cool that looks. It has a definite vintage jewelry vibe to it, which I am here for. Right, let's get that there. Let me go up that hole. Now what I'm going to try and do, let me go ahead and I'm going to bring this thread over right here, over right here, and up. Plus, this is giving most of this earring 2 strands of thread in it. So this is coming out right here. Okay. So now, yeah, 100%. If anyone sees a thread bridge, they are definitely too close. It does have a Harlequin feel. That's what we named these, the Harlequin series for sure. I really like it. So now let me needle the thread on that loose end. Let me turn this needle. Needle it. Let me cut this straight across. There we go. And put this on. Come on, why can't I've been needling my thread all day. Let me get it closer to my focal zone. I think that's part of my problem. Sorry about that, folks, to take it out of the shot. But I can't see it. Yeah, there it goes. It's in. Focal range is so important, right? Get that one out of the way. Let me go here. Just weave it back through. That's, I want to say super diamond. This GemDuo. Super Diamond is a Neil Diamond tribute group that my friend Randy actually plays in. Super Diamond. Okay, it comes out that way. And this goes here. Right? See that? Thanks. Yeah, these are, I finally got my nails done, so they're not so shabby looking. And go through right here to this one. And now I'm going to come in and I'm going to come out this. Let me actually just stop right there, because I'm just going to come in. I'm going to take these 2 threads and I am going to tie them in a knot just for fun. Tighten them up. There's that right there. Tie it. And one last knot. Right over left, left over right. And down. And this, Monique, is Fireline. But you know what? You could do anything, really. Use KO, Sono, Fireline. The Fireline gives these earrings a nice feel. Yeah, this is actually, Margaret, one of my favorite Neil Diamond songs, for sure. And yes, Dawn, I did see that, the red custom 1950s Dior, and she had her hijab match it. Yes, it was so gorgeous. It was gorgeous. It's so interesting. I was looking up, I don't know what I was looking up in fashion or whatever, and I don't know much about the hijab, right? But I was reading up on it, and there's this whole interesting like subset of jewelry for the hijab, where it's pins and like magnets and a lot of really interesting like accessories to keep them all in place. So interesting, I feel. Just a drop. This is a little dry. Let me get, I know I have a paper towel here somewhere. Just bear with me here for just a second. I need to extrude out just a little touch of it. And I need to get my, I need just something super small, like a head pin maybe. Do I have a little piece of wire? I do, right here. Okay, there we go. Now, I'm going to just put a little dot because I don't want that, I don't want any of that glue to hit any of the surface of the GemDuos because the zap glue will take off the finish. Okay. It's not the glue, it's not on my elbow, not yet, Margaret. There we go. And now I'm just going to come in. You know what I want to do? I want to thread burn it. Do I have my thread burner? It should be sitting right here. Is it really? Tree, are you watching? That was for you. Let me grab my thread burner. Tree and I, every morning when we talk in the morning, I tell her, "Good morning, Tria." And she answers, "Is it though?" That's our morning greeting. Let's see. Tell me that this one does not have a. Keep looking at it. I'm going to leave this thread burner. It's still in the old spot. The old demo spot. Yeah. There we go. I think. Is that one heating? Yeah, it is. Okay. Whew. Okay. Sorry about that, friends. You'd think that I'd have my thread burner over here, but it gave this zap a moment to set. I could clip it, but for some reason I'm totally fixated on thread burning, so I will. Let me get a little closer to my eye space, my focal. There we go. And let me do this other one. Sorry, I can't, I gotta get it closer to me. Sorry about that, my friends. And there we go. Okay. So there's our Fresno to France. Got a little bit of glue on there that I want to get off because I don't want it to mark the bead. Let me get my tweezers. So this first earring felt like it took forever, right? Because we did a lot of design playing around and stuff like that. But the second earring will be a lot faster because we know how to do it. On the second one, so I'll be completely honest with you, I am not in love with the knot. This one I just wove in and it's fine. I was thinking that this really needed like a knot, and the knot is getting in the way of everything. It's making them not lay correctly. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut that knot. It's not right, literally. So listen to your gut, Richburg. Don't knot it. It's all woven in. So even if I cut this knot off, it's okay. That thread is slipping out a little bit on the side. I'm going to come in and reweave it so it's nice and tight. But the knot was literally a disaster. So never mind, no knot. Okay, but we'll just finish this up. Let me see. All right, let's put this top on, and then I want to put it on and show you what it looks like. And I'll put the other one on too. I hope you love them. Oh, Monique, we are going to be neighbors. Yeah, I won't be far from Marseille. It is true. Let's put this earring top on. Let me get a jump ring here. Let's put this other one so this can be screenshot time for you folks with all of these. Screenshot time. Okay. And then let me grab a jump ring and let's put them together, shall we? Let's see if I've got some. Nope, not there. The jump rings I've been using a lot of the little oval jump rings, which are nice, but you can use the round ones too. But I think I'm going to use these ovals. These are the smaller of our ovals, 4mm maybe. You could use either size. These, I think I used rounds over here. But let me go ahead and attach all of this business. So this, 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 and this. There we go. Make sure it's nice and closed up. Yes, look at that. Look how pretty that looks. And let me put the bottom one on. I know I'm going to do it. I'm going to eat all the pastries, all the cheese. Have a verre de vin. Have a un peu de pain, un peu de fromage. We're going to have a lot of fun. I'm going to take you all with me. Okay, here we go. Look at that. So fun. Let's put them on. These are a great jeans earring for sure. Let me put these on. Let's see what I've got. These are, as I said, if you missed it at the beginning, these are the third Thursday earring for June. Little sneaky peek for you there. Let me go ahead and put these in. Yes! I know. I cannot wait either. I have all of your, everything's all packed up. There's this one. Let me put this one on. Let me get the earring back off of this earring and put it on this one. I'll write up this second one and we'll take photos. I'll have Drea post them. Okay, let me show you. So there's this one on this ear. Look, it's not super long, right? I think it looks good. It's very light, feels very light. Here's the other one. Can you see it? Right? So really fun and easy to wear. They do have kind of a Peter Sight feel. Kim Crawford, they sure do. They're a good earring. Fresno de France. There it is. All right, my friends. Well, I seem to have filled up our time together with all of the stitching and chatting and everything. I'll be back with you live in a little bit after I'm back. Stay tuned to the newsletter. Stay tuned to it all the socials. I'll keep in touch. In the meantime, I want you all to be safe, be happy, be creative. Thank you so much for all of your support. As you folks know, without you out there, we here would not be able to do what we love, which is spread that creativity through beads. Thank you so much, my friends. À demain. I'll see you soon. Bonne journée, bonne soirée, bon tout le temps. All right? I'll see you then. See you soon. Talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.